Question: which character stood out for you? 'Cause for me, it was definitely Ashwabama, and it was like the whole relationship dynamic between her and the girl. I do feel like them two deserve more screen time, and his story was definitely something which I think they should have delved in a bit more. Yeah, I just think it would have improved the story, just made it more engaging for international audiences, because
Yeah.
kind of like seeing someone, because like we know what his goal is. Like he wants to die pretty much, and in order for him to die, he needs to kind of like, he needs to find the chosen one and like protect the chosen one. So I think kind of
I think he's cursed to live until the end of days or something.
Yeah.
Or until, at least until the final battle is over, right?
Yeah.
So he wants to find Kalki, and he basically wants to hurry along the prophecy from being fulfilled, right? Because then he can die.
Yeah, but that storyline is interesting. Do you know what I'm saying? So I just think that was a missed opportunity.
The movie actually does kind of spend quite a bit of time on Raya, right? A bunch of exposition comes from, like, is given to Raya by Ashwatthama, right? And like it's already happening, and it's probably already more than an Indian audience needs. I'm not sure. It seems a bit like the audience would just know the stuff, but like it's already halfway there, right? You asked earlier what my favorite character was, and maybe not my favorite, but a standout for me was the names Kyra. So there's this woman who has infiltrated the complex, and she tracks down Sumeti, and she extracts Sumeti from the complex, and there's like a getaway driver. Right, and there's 3 people on the truck to get Sumeti to safety.
Yes.
There's the older guy, a younger guy, and a woman. And the woman is Kyra, and she's the one with the foldable speeder bike, who kind of throws bombs and stuff like that. And number 1, she had the best fight scenes, and number 2, she had the best character, because she seemed like a normal person, and who was not a cardboard cutout and just had humanity, because she cared about the mission, but she also cared about the boyfriend, and wanted to keep him safe, but she realized like they're on a dangerous mission, and the mission is more important than either of them, and like there was a real character there, and I kind of it really stood out because the other characters were a little bit cardboard cutout. Most of them, not all of them, but most of them, and I cared more about her than I did about Bhairava, and she dies very quickly. Is the unfortunate thing.
They undercut death as well, because do they not bring back the guy that she blew herself up with? Or they kind of like show him popping back up?
I'm not sure about that. I think she takes out one of the radar bikes, but it doesn't matter because there's 20 more.
No, there was that guy. Do you know the guy that had with Bhairava at the very start? The goons or whatever. I can't remember what they were or whatever. But they had like the main guy that was like kind of like part of that. I'm very sure there's a scene where he kind of like comes out of the dirt towards the end, towards like.
Right.
Yeah, which isn't he the one that she blows herself up with?
I believe so.
Yeah, so which is what like I kind of like picked up on that, and I was like, it's a bit annoying because like they undercut her sacrifice. Yeah. Even though I don't think she needed to sacrifice herself. Someone just needed to shoot him while he was like trying to climb on her.
Yeah, I mean it was a heroic sacrifice, and it was fine. And maybe if she'd been around for another half hour, maybe she would have overstayed her welcome or something. But she just stood out, right? Like the performance and what the character got to do and stuff like that. So that was really the interesting part.
Yeah, I think I was gonna say, for me, the character that kind of was like maybe not even like the most interesting web like that, but just had like a moment where it kind of took me a little bit was actually the woman that saved Sumita from the laboratory, like her, because I was so sure like she was like brainwashed and like believed in like the mission that she was that she, or the purpose that she was serving in terms of like trying to get pregnant and deliver this or hold the baby for more than 150 days or whatever. I was so convinced she was like that person. So then when even when there's that scene when she's like pleading her for help and then she just like says it's okay, trust me, and she takes the gun and gives it back to the security guard or whatever, I was a bit like, oh, she's like fully gone, she's fully brainwashed or whatever. And for her to then be a rebel fighter towards the end and like actually like had this plan, which I don't know how good the plan was, but the plan worked anyways. But for her to be like an actual rebel fighter as a 360 of it was actually quite interesting and was like a point in the movie which kind of stood out to me.